I guess we're going to shoot the Milky Way. The very first thing that we need to do is find a dark side for the Milky Way. And there is a map that I'm going to link below that tells you the closest dark side depending where you are. I'm lucky enough that I live maybe 15 minutes away from it. So I've gotten some killer shots over there. I think so. And let's go out and have some fun. Photography is all about fun. Welcome back to Photos with Yanni. We're at the wonderful town of Carolina Beach. Thank you for the warm receival of the first video that we did. Now, the biggest problem with capturing the Milky Way is, well, actually the first problem is let's make sure that there's no clouds in the sky. I'm gonna go down to Fort Fisher at Curie Beach, and that's where I first caught the Milky Way, and that, you know, gave me the bug of photography. Photography is the manipulation of light into art. Wow, I just came up with that on the fly. Of course, it would be windy, and of course we would have to stay in the car. The sky's clear though. So the very first thing that you need to know is that you need to have a clear night. If there's clouds out there, it ain't gonna happen. The second thing, which is very valuable as well, is make sure you do it on the night of new moon. When there's no moon out there, the Milky Way is literally gonna pop out of the sky and you can see it with your naked eye. And that's something that's very, very humbling, at least to me. We're not gonna talk about the 500 rule. We're not gonna talk about, you know, any terms or anything like that, crop sensor, full sensor camera and whatnot. We're gonna keep it very simple. This is what you need to do if you want to take a picture of the Milky Way with your camera and an 1855 kit lens. Obviously, you're going to need a tripod. Tripod, shutter release cable, and a good 2-second delay is going to help you out. The very first part is actually kind of tricky. What you need to do is you need to do manual focus. So you're going to switch off the autofocus on your lens. Take that off. Then if your lens has image stabilization, take that off as well. Then find the brightest star in the sky, either Jupiter or Saturn or something like that, and manually focus with just the lens. Make sure it's tack sharp. It's really important. Even if it's a little bit off, then your whole Milky Way image is going to come out a little bit bloated. I'm going to see if I can put up one of my misfires there, where the image is a little bit, you know, out of focus. Now, great. Now you have your camera and your lens in focus. Everything seems to be good. Oh, another good thing is that if there's like a light far away, use the autofocus to sharpen, you know, to focus on that light, then turn it back off. That has helped me in the past. Put the camera on the tripod, pointing at the general direction of the Milky Way. How do you find that? The Star Walk app. That's what I use. Just point your phone. Make sure that beforehand you have it set at 18 millimeters. I should have told you that in the front. Set your lens at 18 millimeters. Now, using your phone, point the camera at the general direction of the Milky Way core. See if you can get it somewhat in frame. It's going to be night and you're not going to be able to see it. A couple of test shots are going to be able to help you out. Now, depending on the camera that you have to find the ISO sweet spot. This is one of the only instances that I will tell you to bump up your ISO. Mine is good at 800. Some cameras can go up to 1600. Some can go up to 3200. I've tried it at those settings, and for the T7 Rebel, 800 seems to be, you know, the sweet spot right there. Then our aperture, 3.5. Simple. If there's no 3.5, do 4. Basically the lowest number your lens can get. Anything below 2 though, it's going to get really, really bad. On an 18 millimeter, I don't think, you know, the kit lens, I think it only goes down to 3.5, so you should be good. Hook up the remote shutter to the side of the camera and set up the 2-second delay. Shutter speed. This is a tricky one. We're not going to use any rules, so we want to see the minimal amount of star trails. Basically what's happening is that the sky is moving and your camera is standing still, so those stars are going to leave little trails. You don't generally like them over there. I have always found that it helps to keep it maybe anywhere from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. 30 seconds is pushing it on crop sensor, 18mm lens, but that should be fine. So, tripod, manual focus, turn off autofocus, turn off image stabilization, put it on the tripod, hook up the remote shutter, ISO 800, f-stop 3.5 or lowest your lens can do, no more than that though. Shutter speed, a good 25 seconds. Press and wait. If you're lucky, you may even catch a thunderstorm, which had happened in this picture, and I was so stoked. It was one of the first ones that I took. We'll do another video on long exposure and how to catch lightning, but it's very similar to this. So that's why this picture is so important to me. I was able to catch both the Milky Way core and lightning. You know, I kept doing it in 25-second increments, 25-second increments. The good thing about this method is that you don't need a star tracker, you don't need anything. All you need is your tripod and a general sense of direction. In the next video we're gonna do, we're gonna show you how to process those raw images. You should be able to see it out of camera into looking this, from this to this. And folks, that's it. That's how you capture the Milky Way. It's ridiculously, you know, it's not simple, but it's not so complicated that you cannot do it. I was able to do it on like the first 3 weeks of having the camera. You should have no problem doing it. Here's the list on how to take Milky Way shots. I'm gonna put everything below as well, all the information. Hey, we're actually growing, so if you like what you see, again, hit like, share our channel, follow us, put the little bell with the notifications, follow me on Instagram, Photos with Yanni. I'm always very active over there. Next video is hopefully going to be in our new studio, and I'm not going to be sitting in a car pointing at imaginary pictures on the air. Well, that's all, folks. I'll see you probably next week. Leave a comment, say hi, what you like and what you don't like, and maybe what you want me to do a video on next, after the editing video, which is coming up next. Did I need to use any subtitles this time? I think my English is better. I'm less nervous. English is still crap. The intro is also still crap, but we're working on it. Thanks a lot.